Capitol Hill to Wall Street. This is Politics and Profits with your host, Rick Amato.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Rick Amato. It's time for Politics and Profits.
We follow the trends on Capitol Hill that lead to the profits on Wall Street. We expose the hard facts of what your elected officials are doing when you're not looking. And we show you how you can profit from their politics. The American dream is alive and well, and you can be proud to call America your home. And now, it's Rick Amato.
Welcome to Politics and Profits. I'm Rick Amato. Okay, so we know that there's a lot of angst out there among various parties on the right. Is Trump going to run again in 2024? You've got people like Liz Cheney in Wyoming who seem to be undermining Trump and his values, his movement. There is a new Republican Super PAC, which is launching. It is a pro-Trump Super PAC, and it's called Republican Reset PAC. It's all about supporting candidates who will fight to protect our freedom, protect our rights, and who will fight against, this is important to me, folks, the Democratic Socialist agenda. Key point here, it's a pro-Trump Super PAC. One of their first agenda items is to remove Republican Liz Cheney from office in Wyoming. This PAC has just launched or is about to launch. We're going to meet the CEO right now from Connecticut. Let's meet Republican Reset PAC CEO PJ Schrantz. PJ, welcome to Politics and Profits.
Well, thanks for having me, Rick. Really, I appreciate this. And you hit the nail on the head. The Republican Reset PAC, our primary focus, our primary mission, is to make sure that Liz Cheney gets unseated in the primary in Wyoming, along with the 9 other sitting people in Congress, the representatives who voted to impeach President Trump. You know, we do support 100% the America First agenda. The second part of our mission, though, is really, we want to make sure that we eliminate, literally make sure that every rhino, every establishment Republican gets voted out of office, and that any candidate that gives the appearance of being a future establishment or rhino doesn't have a chance of winning. We need pro-America First candidates who are going to fight for everything the Republican Party was founded on.
Well, one of the things I like here, PJ, is that in your mission statement you say you will fight against the Democratic Socialist agenda. I don't think we see enough of that from those in the Republican Party or in the Democratic Party for that much, for that sake. And it's a dangerous presence in America, this Democratic Socialist agenda, in my opinion.
I couldn't agree with you more, Rick. This is where your viewer base, where this will connect. You know, I served in the Army, and I'm a family member of a deceased member of SEAL Team 6. He was killed in Afghanistan, Jason Workman, family member of mine. And we believe in everything that is good and great about America, right? Our freedoms, our liberties, and we believe in capitalism. So, you know, we need to have low taxes, lower corporate taxes. We want to seek out and support the candidates that are running that will fight on Capitol Hill to protect those things. Merit-based, capitalism-based candidates who are fierce fighters on Capitol Hill in 2022.
It's a great message. I'm as you may imagine, I'm Politics and Profits. I'm pro-capitalism all the way. You know, I became a full-blown capitalist, PJ, in my earlier mid-20s when someone told me that capitalism discriminates against one color, green. And black, white, brown is irrelevant. It's all about green. And that really pulled me in. You have a personal relationship with former President Trump. And we'll talk about that in a moment. Before we do, I assume Donald Trump is aware of this new Super PAC.
Well, that I don't know. I mean, we are recently filed, websites up. We have, we're just starting to take in donations.
Okay.
We wanted to make sure that we had professionals, seasoned veterans in the PAC world. I'm just an Army veteran, retired first responder. So I needed to make sure that I surrounded myself with the people that are, they're sharks. They know what they're doing.
That's right.
Being that this PAC is going to be the teeth of the Republican Party. Like, we're going after these candidates, and not the candidates. We're going after the sitting rhinos and the establishment politicians like Liz Cheney, like they've never been hit before.
I love your choice of words. You got to surround yourself with sharks. That's the world we live in. Your background. By the way, the website for the PAC, please.
It is called Republican Reset PAC.org.
.org.
And the thing is this, I look at the Wyoming race because that's our primary focus. It's President Trump's number one task in 2022 is to make sure that Liz Cheney is gone. She is the third most powerful person in the House of Congress. She yields a lot of power. But, she has people like former Speaker of the House, John Boehner, Paul Ryan. They're out fundraising for her. She literally took $10,000 just yesterday, the day before, from a Mitt Romney PAC. Talk about establishment. They have to go. We have to find pro-America first people that are going to fight hard. So it's going to take a lot of money to take these people down. We're going to have the attack billboards, the ads. We're going to pay for the lawn signs. We're going to drum up the door knockers. We're going to get heavily involved with the making sure that the votes they're clean. We want that transparency in voting. So we're a hands-on organization, this PAC, and we're ready to roll.
Your background. What's your military background, PJ?
I served in the United States Army.
Okay. You are also, for our viewers, a former Trump-Pence presidential motorcade and rally security. You work security detail since 2016.
That's right.
You are former personal security for Judge Jeanine Pirro, who's been on this show, and for Kid Rock. We're down in less than 2 minutes. There's an amazing story that you are directly involved in. You were working security for Kid Rock. He was doing a performance 5 miles away from the RNC convention back in 16, I believe it was. And that led to an amazing story. We're down to less than 2 minutes. Tell our viewers that story, please.
Well, I was doing personal security for Kid Rock. I had a friend of mine, Elaine Hackett. She works on Capitol Hill for like 33 years. I had my Hummer. Elaine and we had just picked up a whole bunch of supplies for Kid Rock's green room. And as we rolled in, somebody flagged down my Hummer and said, "Look up. There's somebody getting ready to jump off the bridge." I looked up, and sure enough, there was a guy perched ready to jump off the bridge. I literally threw Elaine out of my Hummer. I sped up there. Longest 20 minutes of my life. I ended up persuading a homeless, drug-addicted veteran not to commit suicide. He was going to jump off the bridge to end his life. It got videotaped. That went on the internet. Evidently, someone from the Trump Inner Circle saw it because 3 days later, in the email, I got a personal invite to spend election night at Mar-a-Lago in 2016. It was one of the greatest nights of my life. I literally danced when we won North Carolina.
It's a great story. It's an emotional story regarding the veteran with PTSD, and you talked them down. It's my hat's off to you on that, PJ. You're probably not aware. I've raised a lot of money for veterans with PTSD and those who've been charged with war crimes in the fight against terrorism over the years. All right, PJ Schrantz, CEO of the new Super PAC. It's called Republican Reset PAC, pro-Trump PAC. Your number one goal is to unseat Liz Cheney. I laugh because this will be very entertaining to watch, I think. Your website is RepublicanResetPAC.org. Our viewers can go there to donate money and get involved in your PAC. We'll be having you back on the show and watching your progress throughout the year.
Thank you so much, Rick, for having me.
Final question. I got to ask you this real quick. Just keep it short, please. Will Donald Trump, in your instincts, your gut belief, will he run in 2024?
No, I believe Donald J. Trump is the leader of the Republican Party. He will continue to be the leader of the Republican Party. I do not believe he's going to run in 2024, but he is going to be the leader, and my governor, because we split our time between Connecticut and Florida, the great governor of Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis, will be the next president.
That was my next question. All right, great answer. Not what I was expecting, but I love it because it wasn't what I was expecting, and you didn't dodge the question. I expected you to dodge and be political, but you hit it head on.
I don't dodge questions, brother.
All right, PJ Schrantz, good to have you with us. Broadcasting from the Liberatory CPA studios in our home studio. Back after this.
Politics and Profits with Rick Amato is brought to you by Liberatory Accounting, the IRS problem solvers. To find out how Liberatory Accounting can help you, call 877-6-SOLVER. That's 877-6-SOLVER.